Good afternoon. It's Kinninigan. Some news came out about CERN. I was just talking about the revelation of the method. Luciferians have to describe what they're doing before they actually do it, and this article is floating around the internet. Discovery of a 4D, that is fourth dimension. That is the dimension that is theorized that Alpha Draconians and demons reside in, specifically known as archons. This is going to be important because guess what? There are some, I guess you would call it the Twitter equivalent of a quote unquote fact check under this article. Well, I'm about to fact check it. How does it sound? And there's something occultic right off the bat. I'll explain it in a second. Just from the discovery of a 4D phantom in CERN's Super Proton Synchrotron. Super Proton Synchrotron. That is occultic in nature. Rhyming words are indicative of black magic. Wizard Lizard, Razataz, Jingle Jangle, that was used by Jimmy Seville. Jingle Jangle. Yeah, there's a reason for that. As above, so below. It has to do with duality. Super Proton Synchrotron revealed by scientists. Now, the mysterious. So basically, what this article is saying is that they found a ghost like or phantom like mysterious entity inside of CERN that had the ability to manipulate the paths of particles. And there's a fact check under the article. But this is CERN's own website. This is the article it came from. Observing accelerator resonances in 4D. 4D is a reference to the fourth dimension, which is theorized to be time. So yeah, this is the source of the article, right from CERN itself. But so basically, the article is trying to say that a mysterious entity or misleading characterization of magnetic resonance described in this article. This is where I'm going to chime in. All of the reptilian anomalies that I catch on video are due to magnetics, and specifically those effects that magnetics have on cameras, like this. Okay, I wanted to pick out one of the better examples I have. But I am guaranteeing you right here that this guy is a practicing occultist, and yeah, he has demonic archon energy attached to him. This is one of the better. That's not an Alpha Draconian reptilian. That is an archon, otherwise known as alien grays. These are the entities in the lesser key of Solomon. Now, do I have proof that magnetics in the occult is what drives the occult? Well, this is 33-degree Mason Manly Palmer Hall on his lecture he did in 1989 about magnetic fields of the human body. The lecture is 1 hour and 14 minutes and 33 seconds. Can't make that up. We're going to listen to the first 33 seconds of what he has to say, because this is the science which backs up the stuff that the research I'm doing into reptilians and archons, and understanding how the occult works from a scientific perspective. So yes, demons would have an effect on magnetics. They could do it to cameras. I have dozens of examples of that. I said, it's time for me to fact check this article.
We have a very interesting subject this morning, and of course, it'll probably be interesting and unsolved when we finish, because it deals with one of the most curious and neglected areas of human research, and that is the magnetic fields, not only of man, but of the universe and of the smallest atom. The beginning of the study of magnetism can be traced back to Egypt, and the staffs and wands.
Okay. Well, we went to 35 seconds. Close enough, right? This is interesting because he starts off this lecture going back to Egypt. I've told you many times that the Freemason, what they practice is Jewish mysticism. Jewish mysticism is heavily, it's also heavily, heavily, heavily involved in Egypt because of the mysticism that the Jews have with Egypt, specifically going back to Moses. And I'm going to tell you a Masonic secret. I'm not, the wife of Moses was Akhenaten, who is also a hominoid known as Homo capensis, the ones that have the elongated skulls. And that's one of the secrets you learn in this secret society is that Moses did have a wife. And yes, Akhenaten was also the queen of Sheba. Um, yeah, that's a secret. You're not supposed to know that. The queen of Sheba also had relations with King Solomon. Also, that's why that. But you'll notice the next thing he goes on is about and the staffs and wands. You know what a wand's used for, and a staff. That's specific to black magic. And when you practice black magic, you get entities like that, which yes, they can affect magnetics and cameras. And apparently they are admitting at CERN that they have invoked entities, ghost-like structures that are affecting the magnetics, and now people are trying to fact check it. Yeah, well, if you're trying to fact check that magnetic resonance can't have an effect on the real world, um, yeah, like I said, that's why I'm fact checking this now, because this is something that is based. This is how the occult works, and my sources are good. This is why I'm using a 33-degree Freemason as my source on magnetic fields and the occult. Yeah, the magnetics rules the occult. And magnetics is not exactly what you might think. It's not magnets repel and attract to each other depending on their polarity and all that. But here's the source of the article from CERN here. The fact that they're putting 4D in the article, they're look revelation of the method. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are experimenting with the fourth dimension. I mean, it's this is CERN's own website. You know what the logo of CERN? Well, they have the Shiva statue, the god of destruction, outside of their facility. But yeah, this is a real thing, and this is to me, this is proof of their occultism that they're involved with at CERN. No surprise there. Oh, also the CERN logo, if you look at it, is 666. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, hidden in plain sight. The Super Proton Synchrotron. Oh, come on. Could you be any more obvious with your occult influence here? I guarantee you that most of the high level scientists working at CERN have also heard this lecture from Manly Palmer Hall, without a doubt. So, anyway, if you could support the channel, they don't like me disclosing this stuff to you. I just told you a Masonic secret. You don't have to join that secret society. So yeah, Akhenaten, Moses' wife, is also the queen of Sheba, and she is a Homo capensis hominoid. We're Homo sapien. They were the ones with the elongated skulls. So anyway, I was just see what else I could find out about this. The super proton synchrotron. Maybe that's what I'll call this video. That's. I'm supposed to take this as a serious scientific research facility, and you're using the word "quote unquote" super in one of your machines. Mm. Oh God. Yeah, like superheroes. Oh God. I can understand if they called it the Great, because that's a big word with occultists. The Great Architect of the Universe. That's who they were. That's what the G. And one of the meanings of the G that they used, the Freemason. But the super proton synchrotron. Please. You can't make this up. The second largest Largest machine in CERN's accelerator complex provides a stepping stone between Proton, Synchrotron, and the LHC. Ah, okay. Anyway, any questions or comments, leave them below. You could support the channel. All the links are in the description. Take care and God